What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So Romania Pro or Romania Muscle Fest, the third pro show after the Olympia this year, that is underway as we speak. And first of all we have classic physique. So the first impression about the favorite going into this show, the top 4 in the world right now, Josema Beast aka Jose Manuel. And he will surely be getting his Olympia spot for next year at this show because this is a top tier show and the winner of Romania will get the Olympia qualification. And the conditioning of Josema Beast, that is so far superior that he's making the guys look like an amateur standing next to him. Now I have no idea how he does that. His ability to come in absolutely shredded to the bone. His physique looks like an anatomy chart. And this, I have got to say, is the best version that we have seen so far from Josema Beast. I think it's even better than what we saw at the Olympia this year. Now, I do not care what people have to say about Josema's structure, not being classic, not being very aesthetic, but this has to be the best back in that entire classic physique division right now, and by a mile. So Josema Beast just proved to all of us why he is the 4th best bodybuilder in the world. Now, he will secure his Olympia spot for next year at this show today. But the question is, can he make some significant improvements in his physique for the Olympia next year with a weight cap hanging over his head? The fact is, we're not really sure about that. But then again, the kind of improvements that he was able to make from last year to this year, plus the way his conditioning improved so much, you never know, he might show up even better for the Olympia next year. So the one other guy that I was really looking forward to see here, that was Petr Wojciechowicz. The structure on this guy, that is so damn amazing. One of the most classic looking physique that came onto the scene this year. And even here in the comparisons, you can see that his amazing V-taper, his crazy X-frame, that stands out so much. Now I truly wish that he has some room to grow to get bigger so that he can put on some muscle in all the right areas, especially his back, because that is the one area where he needs to focus a lot if he wants to be a top tier Olympian. And the only reason he isn't fighting for the top spot here, that is because of his back, because even in terms of conditioning, that isn't looking as supreme as Josema Beast or the guy who is battling it out with Josema Beast for the top spot, who is Tommy. I'll tag his IG in the first comment because I don't even know how to pronounce his name. So they are our top 2 tonight in classic physique. But I'm very certain that Josema Beast is gonna win this show and he's gonna secure his Olympia spot. Before you scroll or blink too hard, have you subscribed yet? Please don't make me bring out the emotional blackmail. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon. It's free, it's painless, and that makes me look way cooler than I actually am. Now let's talk about the open bodybuilding. So if it wasn't for Andrew Jagged, this Romania Pro show, that would not have gotten this much hype. The world of bodybuilding, they wanted to see how Andrew would look 5 weeks post Olympia, where he delivered one of the best performances of his entire career, which got him the 3rd place behind Derek Lunsford and Hadi Chopin. So here is Andrew Jagged, the Mona Lisa of bodybuilding. So there have been some major changes in his personality this year, especially the way he interacts with the crowd on the stage. We saw a similar thing here as we saw at the Olympia. As soon as Andrew took the stage, initially in that first group in Romania, the whole crowd went absolutely nuts. And Andrew was right in there, hyping up the crowd. Absolutely wild. A guy who is in a totally different league altogether compared to the whole competition here. And talking about the first impression, what a coincidence that Joan Pradels, who was the 2nd most talked about guy coming into Romania Pro, he had a chance to stand next to Andrew Jagged in that initial call out. And as always, he looks pretty damn impressive, especially from the front. So that quad sweep on Joan, that is simply out of this world. And I'm telling you guys, that is gonna take him far in open bodybuilding. He has that amazing overall X-frame, Crazy V-taper. Look at this front double biceps. No wonder why everyone is already calling him the future of open, because that is as close to an ideal structure that any bodybuilder could ask for. So after watching Joan Pradels bringing his best looks show after show in this year's post-Olympia tour, especially the way he showed up at Prague Pro against Samson Dauda, Martin and Keon, and now here in Romania, there should be no doubt in anyone's mind that this is a guy who's gonna be on the Olympia stage next year for sure. Now let's talk about Andrew Jagged. So was this look as good as the one that we saw at the Olympia this year? Because Andrew had this history of not looking his best, especially in the second show of the season. But things are kind of complete opposite here. He's looking as good here in Romania, if not better, than what we saw at the Olympia. He has those feathers on his quads, very tight midsection. He has those boulders for shoulders. A very balanced package top to bottom. And this was kind of expected from Andrew Jagged, as he was going full throttle during those last 5 weeks in the post-Olympia phase, training with the former 212 Olympia champ, Kamal. So does that mean that these guys have finally figured out the right formula for Andrew Jagged on how to get him peeled for any bodybuilding show that's going to happen in the future too? Well, I'm gonna say probably yes. So the width on Andrew Jagged, especially in that front lat spread, that is simply unbelievable. And you know his confidence, that is sky high when he turns around and he flexes those hamstrings and the glutes. And rightfully so. This guy is the top 3 best bodybuilder in the world right now. And this has been the major change in Andrew's physique from last year to this year, where his overall posterior chain, that is looking way superior and way more impressive. Even the upper back, that has started to look so round, so bubbly and so 3D. Now, even before the show, we all knew that the top 2 here, they are gonna be Andrew Jagged and Joan Pradels. So, how do you break down the top 2 here tonight? Well, I'm gonna say there really isn't any point here. Andrew Jagged won each and every single round, each and every single shot, quite comprehensively, and it is totally unfair. If anyone out there was expecting that Joan or any of these other guys, they will give a guy like Andrew Jagged any competition here. I mean, the guy is number 3 in the world right now for a very solid reason. And he just announced himself one more time, and very loud and clear, that if he decides to go for the Arnold Ohio next year, he's gonna be the favorite to win that show. So the gesture that Joan Pradels made towards the end of the prejudging, you can just see that he was so happy and so excited, sharing the stage with Andrew Jagged, getting that comparison, and that is some massive respect shown by Joan Pradels towards Andrew Jagged. And that is why a huge shout out to Joan too, who has been absolutely fun to watch in this entire post-Olympia tour. So that's it from the prejudging. I'm sure all of you guys know what the results are gonna be. But let me know what you guys think about all of these guys, Jazama Beast, Andrew Jagged, and Joan Pradels here. Also hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.